Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the part 4 of Python tutorials for kids playlist. In this video, we'll be learning about f-strings and multi-line comments in Python. If you have not watched my previous videos, go and watch it. I'll provide the video link in the description box. So without wasting time, let's start.
So let us start a video. I'll open my Python IDE quickly and I'll create a new file. So you can use shortcut key Ctrl N to create a new file. So I'll create a variable now with name and I'll add my name as Niranjan here and I'll save the document using Ctrl S. So I'll name this as f-string. So instead of explaining about f-string, let us go directly with examples so that you can get better understanding. So I'll add marks here. So equals to 90 and I will add subject equals to max. So now let us know the type of this document. So I'll use print type of name. So I think there will be class extra because it is a string, and if I type the type of marks, then it will be integer, and if I use subject, so if I use subject, then it will be class str because it's a string. So I'll first comment it. So there are two types of comment. The first one is hashtag, which is a single line comment, and second one is the multi-line comment. So this is a multi-line comment. So the difference between single line comment and multi-line comment is multi-line comment supports multiple line of comments such as in type subject and hi, my name is Niranjan, and if I run the code, then there will be no tag. So if you use triple quotes inside a print function, then only it becomes a string. But if you use triple quotes outside the print function, then this will be a comment. So if you try running multiple line of comment in the single line comment using hashtag, then you'll get an error message. So I've changed this to multi-line comment here. So now to use f-string, so before using f-string, I'll type some sentence. So I want to use the variable inside a print function, then you can, so if you want to use variable inside a print function, you can just directly type the variable name. So let me run that. But if you want to use a variable inside a print function with some string such as hi, my name is, then I want to use name variable. So if I type name, I get hi, my name is name. So if you use brackets, so I'll use normal bracket here, then hi, my name is name. So if you use this inside a flower bracket, and if I run the code, hi, my name is name. So what if you want to use name variable inside a print function with a string in it? So in that case, you can use f-string, which stands for formatted string details. And if I try running the module, hi, my name is Niranjan, because we have added flower brackets and we have written the name of the variable here. So we got hi, my name is me. So f-strings can be used like this. So you can also take input from the user. So we will learn about input function in the upcoming videos. So let us not go to it. And now let us add another sentence. Hi, my name is Niranjan and I got, and now let us type the marks variable marks variable here and marks in, and let us add the subject variable here. So hi, my name is Niranjan, having my 90 my max test. If I add test, then this will become a strings. So you can also change the variable such as hi, my name is Tom. I got let us add a float such as 980.5 in English, and if I run the module, I get hi, my name is Tom. I got 80.5 in my English test. So if you want to try running the f strings with the normal brackets, so I'll use normal brackets here, and if I run the code, I get hi, my name is Neem. I got 80.5 my English test. So this becomes a normal sentence. If you use a square brackets instead of normal bracket, then you get normal sentence again. So to use f strings, you have to use flower brackets only. So this is all information about f strings. So we'll be learning more about f strings in the input function video. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, then share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, Code with Niranjan, and go and check out the Python tutorials for kids playlist too. I provide the playlist link in the description box. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.